Hello and welcome to the first 2023 edition of Inside the Nest. My name is Mickey Doolittle alongside Cam Smith, third baseman for the Harbor Hawks. And Cam, how's it going today?
It's great.
Beautiful
weather.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So I'm going to start you out with a question that I'm going to ask everybody. And that is, growing up, was baseball your first sport, or did you kind of have other sports and you kind of gravitated towards baseball?
Yeah, I say baseball was my primary sport. I started when I was 5 years old. I just always been playing baseball, so little basketball here and there, like travel ball when I was 8. But baseball always stuck with me.
Cool. Yeah. And we were talking about it before. You're a Dodger fan, and you got a favorite player on him?
Yeah. Yasiel Puig, when he was a rookie, he just caught my attention, so I've been a fan ever since 2013.
Cool. Yeah. And what about his game did you like? Do you model any of your game after his, or?
Not really, but he was just like an exciting player. Like he came to the field with a lot of energy and kind of ahead of his time. I mean, he was definitely a different ball player, so I liked him for that.
Yeah. And you grew up in Florida. Tell me a little bit about your high school experience.
My high school experience was awesome. Started out as a freshman playing JV. Sophomore year, I made varsity. That was about the best day of my life when I figured out I made varsity. And ever since, I've just been elevating and getting better at this game. So I wouldn't be anywhere without my high school.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
And then coming out of high school, you had the option to go to the MLB draft or go to Florida State. And what kind of went into that decision and ultimately made you choose Florida State?
Mainly development. I knew if I was going to go to Florida State, I'd get the development I need to play at the pro level. So that was kind of the main thing of my decision.
Cool. You were pretty good coming out of high school, though, right?
Yeah. I was all right.
So were there any other schools you were looking at?
No,
like
Florida State's always been my dream school, and
cool.
Once I got that offer, I mean, I took it right away, and I'm very blessed.
You grew up a Florida State fan?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, ever since I can remember, my whole family's Florida State fans. So.
Yeah. And have you always played third base, or have you moved around a little bit?
A little bit of third base, but mainly shortstop growing up and playing throughout the levels. And once I got to college, I played third base the whole season, so
sure.
It's kind of my new spot right now.
So, like, your pregame routine. So you're coming to the park, you're in your car maybe.
Mm-hmm.
What does that look like? Are you playing music? What music are you playing, or are you just sitting in silence?
Yeah, I mean, I'll play some music. I like Rihanna. I like some chill music, not too crazy. Some Khalid, some Drake, just like chill vibes, and then get here, stretch a little bit before, set up the field, and ready to go.
Cool. Yeah. And then do you have a routine once you're here, or is it just kind of the same, different every day?
It's not really a set routine. It's kind of different every day depending on the day. But I'll help set up the field, do some stretches on my own. I do some bands for my arm and stuff, and then we get right into it. Some BP.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us on Inside the Nest.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.